Can the Arsenal window finally prove to be the best ever in the history of the club? Can Arsenal now move from title contenders to champions? In this video, we'll actually talk about the Arsenal window and what every player adds to the team, and also their chances of winning the Premier League title finally after 3 years of coming second, of course, because Arsenal had a magnificent window. I think it's only topped maybe by the Liverpool window, adding Isak and Wirtz and all the others as well. And we're going to have another video talking about the Liverpool window. But I wanted to start with Arsenal because the main talking point this season, which is the pressure is going to be on Arsenal to win the Premier League title. I know that Liverpool have spent a lot of money. I know that Liverpool have done a lot of things that people say that you must win the league. But because Mikel Arteta and his team have been together for a while, people will actually put pressure on Arsenal. But before we go on and talk about this, I am Footy Judge Mo. This is my channel. If you're new here, I'm going to ask you a thing. We are trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. With your help, we can do that. So if you're new here, make sure to subscribe first. And also hit that like button underneath. It looks like thumbs up underneath the video. Please, it helps the channel. It helps this video actually move to the next viewer. And also, if you be generous enough to actually comment, and actually, I'm going to ask you questions during the video. If you can leave a comment below answering my question throughout the video, I will try to actually answer every comment. I will try to look at every comment, but I want to hear from you. So I want to hear the viewers' point of view. And let's start by saying this Arsenal window, nobody expected it. Adding Gyökeres, Zubimendi, Eze, plus some of the backups that are there. So they improved in terms of the left center back in Hincapié. I think they improved the backup for the wingers with Madueke. Of course, Jorginho left and Thomas Partey left. I believe that Nørgaard is a good player. He's not a bad player at all. He will be very, very useful. Kepa is a better goalkeeper than Neto. But if we actually go and dissect each and every one of them, and we go to every single signing, and before the first question, I want to ask you, which signing do you think is the most important one? Is it Zubimendi with his control? Is it Eze with his flair and directness and getting things happen, taking things by the scruff of the net, taking games by the scruff of the net, and making things happen by himself? Or Viktor Gyökeres, the long-awaited striker that Arsenal wanted for years? I want to hear what you guys think, because Arsenal have been wanting a striker for a while. But I'm going to start by talking about Eberechi Eze. Number one, he's one of my favorite players in the Premier League. Since he was at Crystal Palace, I can't lie, I wanted him to go to a team that challenges for titles, that play in the Champions League, because I think the guy deserves it. He brings creativity, directness, because he is someone who is different than what Arsenal have currently. He is someone that can pick up the ball at halfway line and actually make things happen on his own. We saw glimpses of that against Liverpool when he played, where he actually carried the ball from probably halfway line all the way to the 18. We saw a lot of that at Crystal Palace. The question that I'm going to ask you, do you think Arteta will allow Eberechi Eze to do his thing? Of course, the guy who his dream was to play for Arsenal because he was released by Arsenal at the age of 14. He's an Arsenal fan. Publicly, he said that, and he wanted to join the club. And you can see the joy on him when he actually was introduced in the stadium. I believe he's someone that is better than all the Arsenal left wingers currently. I believe that he's better than all the midfielders that Arsenal have. I believe that he will have the same impact as Olise had at Bayern Munich. He's going to have the same impact at Arsenal. The question is, will Mikel Arteta allow him to express himself freely, to do things that he used to do at Crystal Palace? Pick up the ball, dribble, go past players, try to shoot from outside the box, not play the football that a lot of Arsenal fans criticized, and also rivals. The systematic football, the football that is based on a system and based on triangles and stuff. I believe that Mikel Arteta will do that. Otherwise, why would you sign a player like Eberechi Eze? There is no reason for you not to. I think he can be the key factor in Arsenal actually taking it up a notch. The striker thing, which is Viktor Gyökeres, goals guaranteed, breathing guaranteed, running effort guaranteed. The only question that people ask from Viktor Gyökeres is that, can you do it on your own? And no one is asking him to do it on his own. He will get service from the Arsenal team. He will get service from Eze. He will get service from Bukayo Saka. He will get service from Odegaard. We saw a little bit of glimpse of him against Liverpool when he received the ball inside the 18 and turned and created a chance for his teammates. Is he better than Gabriel Jesus and Havertz? Probably yes. The record shows that. The strength shows that. And I believe that he will get at least 20 goals in the Premier League only for Arsenal Football Club. Where would that put Arsenal? Probably will put them as high with Liverpool as they can. Of course, the others will need to contribute as well. The likes of Saka, Odegaard, Eze, probably Kai Havertz off the bench. I think Arsenal did finally the right thing by going for this guy, not for Sisco. He is someone that probably one of the best strikers in the world currently. If the striker market is dead, and having someone like this at your club benefits you a lot. So I genuinely believe that Viktor Gyökeres was the right choice. I know a lot of people were talking about Sisco going to Arsenal, but this is different because Gyökeres is different than Sisco. Gyökeres backs himself. Gyökeres came to the club knowing that Kai Havertz is there, and he chose to go to the club, and he was trusting himself to be the starter for Arsenal. Sisco didn't. Sisco was scared, and he wanted guarantees that he would start for Arsenal. That is someone that you don't want at your club. A lot of rivals banter Gyökeres. His touch is not the best, this and that, but it doesn't have to be. But also we saw him against Leeds dribble a couple of players and score in the near post. That is something that he can do. He has that at his locker and inside the 18 in tight spaces. Will he be able to do that consistently? Probably that's down to Arteta and his teammates to generate chances, volume of chances for him. He's the missing piece for Arsenal, in my opinion, and now they got him. So maybe Mikel Arteta now will service his striker even more. And if we know that Kai Havertz scored 12 goals in the striker in a half a season, what can Viktor Gyökeres do is the second question that I'm going to ask you. How many goals do you think Viktor Gyökeres will score this season only in the Premier League? Like, assuming that he's going to stay fit, assuming that he'll start at least 32 to 34 games, which is average for a Premier League player, how many? My answer is 20 at least, 20 to 25. I want what you think. Comes to the third signing, which was the first signing of Arsenal window, which is Martín Zubimendi. Oh my boy, this guy is going to change the way Arsenal midfield play. He is going to be a controller in that midfield. I believe he's going to release Odegaard to play in the front. I genuinely believe that. He is amazing on the ball, doesn't lose the ball. He has brains to actually dictate the tempo. So Odegaard doesn't need to do that. So he releases Odegaard from his role as a dictator and someone who decides where the Arsenal attack is going. Is it slow? Is it quick? He suits Mikel Arteta to the T. He suits that system that builds from the back to the T. He is someone that is compared to the likes of Rodri at Manchester City in terms of like how he plays. We saw him in the Euros play that role when Rodri was injured in the final and do it amazing. And we saw him at Sociedad. He did it very, very good. That's why Liverpool wanted him 2 summers ago. And now that Arsenal have him, I guarantee you he's going to change people's life. The way that he plays, the way he moves the ball is absolutely very, very good. And I like having a player like Martín Zubimendi, especially when you play position-based football like Arsenal. He is a key to Arsenal controlling games without a shadow of a doubt. Again, there is no questions about Martín Zubimendi. Nobody can ask questions about Martín Zubimendi, especially when you have Declan Rice right next to him, because I believe Declan Rice covers a lot of ground that will be able to cover Martín Zubimendi, maybe if he has any deficiencies going in defense. But I believe that he doesn't, because numbers show otherwise. Over the last 2 seasons in La Liga, nobody has intercepted the ball more than Martín Zubimendi. That is a massive, massive stat for defensive work. Someone that reads the game pretty well. And that is Martín Zubimendi. One of the other signings that I wanted to mention is Hincapié. This is a guy, Hincapié, that actually pronounce him right. A left back, center back that can go forward, can cross the ball, can do a lot of good things for Arsenal. That is a master stroke, to be honest with you. There's a lot of other clubs that wanted this guy and he chose Arsenal. He's a very good signing for Arsenal and the price point is not that bad. played for Bayern Leverkusen, a winner of the Bundesliga, played in the Champions League, so he has experience in both continental and domestic in the Bundesliga. Very strong means he's so ready for the Premier League. We know that the Premier League needs a lot of physicality, and he is the one. Is he going to start? Probably not over Calafiori, probably not over Gabriel. But we know that Gabriel is coming back from a hamstring injury, and he might need rest here and there. And there is no one better than Hincapié to actually go and start for Gabriel. Also Calafiori as well. Does that mean that Mads Lewis Kelly might be moving to the midfield now? Probably, I don't know, but I believe that Hincapié is a very good backup. There is not a lot of backups in the Premier League that are as good as Hincapié, in my opinion. There is not a lot of one that are good as Hincapié as the backup. Mosquera, I haven't watched a lot of him when he played in Spain, but I've watched him against Liverpool. Look solid, look good, look like someone who is ready for the Premier League. He needs a little bit of experience because he looked a little bit nervous in the early minutes when he came on against Liverpool. But I believe that Arsenal didn't have a right centre-back backup, and here he is, a right centre-back that can step in when Saliba is injured. He played well against Liverpool. I believe that he stepped in very well. He's not Saliba, of course, but I believe he's good. Very good depth for Arsenal. I can add to the Arteta team, and I believe that they needed someone like him, and here you go. They have a backup right centre-back and a backup left centre-back. One of the most criticized transfers in this window was the Madueke signing. Maybe they could have spent the money somewhere else on a left winger that is a starter, but they got Eze now. Madueke, as a player, I like him. I'm so public about this. I like Madueke. Is he good enough to start for a team to win the Premier League? Currently, no. But is he a good backup? Yes. We watched him against Liverpool. He was Arsenal's most dangerous player up top. And again, it's a solid defense with Van Dijk and Kerkez on his side. He's the one that caused the most havoc. He's a direct, a left foot, can play on the right, can play on the left as well. Versatile. Did they overpay for him? Yes. Arsenal overpaid for him. And I want to hear your opinion about this because I actually think that paying 50 million or 48 million pounds for the third choice right winger for Chelsea, I think that is a lot of money. That is my opinion. They could have negotiated down for 40, 35, or even for something smaller than what they paid. Maybe the money could have been used somewhere else as well. Maybe Arsenal could have bought a left winger that is a starter. I don't know how much. Maybe Arsenal could have bought a Semenyo or something with that money that couldn't start on the left winger. And Eze could have been an attacking midfielder as well, because Semenyo can play right and left as well. Maybe they should have gone for someone like this. I know the age thing is something that is big at Arsenal, that they can get someone like this and actually develop. But I'm not the biggest fan of the signing. Even though I like the player, I'm not the biggest fan of the price point. Not the signing itself. If the signing was for 30 million, I'll be behind it. A good backup that improves that right side for Arsenal behind Bukayo Saka. So that is not bad. As much as this, a lot of people criticize Nørgaard as well. I like Nørgaard. I don't know why people dislike Nørgaard. I think he's a good player. Adds experience. For 10 million, you can never get better than this. He doesn't cost the club a lot of money. He's not on big wages. I don't know why people criticize Arsenal for this signing. Yes, he's old, but he adds experience. He's not going to start week in, week out. There is Moreno, Rice, and Zubimendi ahead of him. I'm not sure why people are so adamant to actually banter Arsenal over this signing. There's no reason for it. He's a backup, 10 million. Why people are losing sleep over this, I don't know. But to be honest, I think he's a good player. I don't think he's a bad player. He was playing for Brentford. He was a good player. He's not a bad player at all. He's not like rubbish. He's a mid-table to top 8 player. So, and that is what you need for the backups, right? Not everyone. Liverpool have Endo for the backup. And I believe that Nørgaard is better than Endo, in my opinion, as a player. And in every aspect of the game, Nørgaard is better than Endo. So what is wrong with having Nørgaard at your team? There is no reason for it, to be honest. The last one is the Kepa Arrizabalaga. I'm not going to speak a lot about Kepa. 5 million, good backup, not on big wages, good backup, better than Neto, not cup-tied, and just a backup for David Raya. Now it's down to Mikel Arteta. This is the closing part of this video. Can Mikel Arteta now lead this team to actually win the Premier League title is the big question. Is he going to play attacking football, or is he going to play pragmatic football that looks to win games in a pragmatic way? I actually think that Mikel Arteta is going to play most games in an attacking way, putting players forward, pushing to win. And I believe he's going to try to get maybe some points away from home against teams the likes of Man City, Liverpool, as he did before, maybe Chelsea. But is he someone that will get you over the line? Probably, maybe this is the year, but you know that Liverpool window has been fantastic. So Arsenal need to be perfect. And you need to do a lot of good things. And if there is an opportunity in the January, do it. Why not? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this video. Let me know what you guys think about the window. Rate the window from 0 to 10. I want to hear what you guys think for real. And turn on the notification bell and hit the like button if you're still here. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll see you guys later.